Hi there. Today I'm going to talk about joining two tables. For this exercise, we have downloaded the COVID data. In order to download the COVID data, you can go to NYC Health / coronavirus data. This is the GitHub of NYC Health, and they have all the files that is related to COVID data for NYC. Here you can download a zip, and after downloading the zip folder, move it to your parent folder in your layer and unzip it. When I did that, I this is the folder that I have. So you have archive, geography, resources, latest totals, trends, and variants. After downloading, you need to go to the geography resources, and this is modified zip code tabulation area boundaries of the NYC. So you can see it's slightly different with the um, zip codes. So they call it zip code tabulation area. And the COVID data, comes in different shapes. One of the tables that is interesting will be under totals. And as you can see, there are many tables here, but one of them is about modified zip code area data by mode ZCTA. Um, and you can see that the data comes also in boroughs or in different groups. Those tables are all interesting tables and you can explore them. We want to add this table data by modify zip code tabulation area. So we have this. After adding that to our table, you can just drag and drop it. You have this table of the CSV, and CSV, as you can see, has the modified zip code area code, and also all the information about COVID, for example, the population of denominator, how many people are basically um, in that zip code area, um, and they use that population for normalizing all these variables. And you have total COVID tests, total COVID cases, hospitalization, death, and confirmed cases. This is rate, COVID case count. So you can go to their tables. Um, their website and also read about these things. They have all important notes about the definition of each of these variables and what these variables are. Let me go to data by modified. That doesn't have a. What is the rate? I think rate um, has um, is used in multiple tables. You have to, in order to understand what rate is, you have to go to the definition of that field to understand what rate is. Um, Confirm case count, I think it's clear. I'm not sure about rate, but if you are curious, you can go and read about it. And so we have COVID confirmed death counts for each of the modified zip code area. And if you open the attribute table of modified zip code table tabulation area, you can see that you also have this ID. For example, this one is in Manhattan. So Manhattan starts with 1, and that is the um, ID of this unique ID of that uh, area. So as you can see, each of these areas have a unique ID, and that unique ID is available also for or CSV file here. But there's a difference. If you notice, um, this CSV file is a long integer. That's a number. Um, and you can see that it is aligned to the left, sorry, to the left, sorry, to the right. And if you go to the tabulation area table, you can see that this is a text because it is aligned to the left. That's how you can visually see what each of these fields are. In order to join these two tables, putting these two tables together. For example, in my table for this layer, I don't have any COVID data, so I want to bring the COVID data here and put it next to this table for every row, matching um, these rows with the rows that we have in the COVID data. Table join can do that, but I'm not sure if table join can handle two different field types. Let's see that. Let's try it. I'm going to the layer that's gonna host or gonna receive the table, and then I'm going to say add join. I'm going to add a join or input table is modified zip code tabulation area shapefile. uh, the input join field. From this field, we are going to use this mode ZCTA. And then I'm going to my table, the data by mode ZCTA. And then in this table, I also want, let's go back to this table. I also want modified ZCTA. Let's see if we can find that, this one. So let's see if this join works. And now join hap is done. I'm going to the table of the yep. Was not able to connect those. Was not able to match those. So this is one of the complications that you're often going to find. I'm going to remove the join here. So there is no join here. In order to be able to join this table with the CSV file, I'm going to create a new field in my shape file of zip codes, and I'm going to name that that field um, mode ZCTA, but text txt, maybe even tx, um, and I'm going to create a txt file, sorry, field. The length does not need to match. So we know that this length doesn't go over 10 because these are just the digits that we have. So that is good. I'm going to create that. So we have a new field. Let's just bring it here. And then now I'm going to calculate field. I'm in this new field, I'm going to calculate this one, mod ZCTA, and asking the software just to convert that. So the software was able to bring that here and convert that. Um, I think I actually, yeah, I made a mistake, sorry. I'm going to create a new field. The new field has to be actually a long integer, so because we are converting it. Mode ZCT a int. I'm going to say this is int. Okay, that's long. That's good. Okay, that's that. Now calculate field ZCT a in this one. Sorry. Calculate in this one. I was wrong. This one. Okay. There you go. Now we have an integer form of these values. So this one should match that field that we had over there. I'm going to say join, If we had the reverse situation, you could do the same thing. Create, if we had integer, we wanted to convert it to text. Basically, that works. If you create a text um, field and calculate this one in that. Adding join. I'm going to say my field is int, my table is data, and my field is modified zip code area. Join, and now um, this join was successful because we have um, the values now attached to these polygons. Now we have the COVID data here. Uh, One thing that we can do here now is this join is not a permanent part of this layer. This join is just a temporary addition. And if we use this layer in another project, we won't have this extended or joined table. How can we make it permanent? If we want to make this permanent, I can export this table, sorry, this layer to a new layer, and asking that I'm going to export that to a new location, go back to my parent folder, on layers, NYC, COVID, and I'm going to say this is mode, the CTA with COVID data. Let's see what happens. Oh, we should just NYC COVID. This is a folder. I always forget that part. Okay, that SHP. We are duplicating that layer, exporting that. But when we are exporting, the fields that are attached gonna also um, come to the new layer. Let's do it. That's the new layer. Now, as I can see that those fields are part of this, a permanent part of this layer. There's a problem here, and that problem is that these field names are shortened. They're truncated. Why? Because shapefile cannot hold more than 13 characters for field names. For that reason, they're all shortened and they have some extension to be separated, like 2, 1, 2, 3. What is the solution? So this is basically a useless layer. I'm going to my fall layers NYC COVID. Refresh this. Okay, this one was the one that I um, exported, but the field names are all messed up, so I don't like it. I delete that. One solution that you can do is you can create a new, we call it file geodatabase. File geodatabase is a really good format to use. It is specific to Esri's products, meaning ArcGIS, and can hold longer field names. So I'm going to call these COVID, and then inside that, um, export my joined layer. This time I'm going to say I want to export a file geodatabase. And because of that, I should be able to see this file geodatabase. This is like a container. And I'm going to say send my mode ZCTA uh, with COVID data and this geodatabase. Okay, so that's a new layer. In this layer, let's see if this is the layer inside your database. If I refresh this, you're gonna see it. Yes. And now you can see that the field names are not shortened. The field names are complete and nice. So what I can do with this, I can go ahead and symbolize or put a symbology on graduated colors using COVID case rate, let's say. So you can see COVID case rate, or we can say that COVID confirmed case count and normalize that, meaning divide that by population denominator, meaning how many people live in that area. And then here you have the different forms of visualization. Again, we learned about this. And now this is your map. This is the COVID basically rate. Um, we can see the case confirmed death count. So this will be the death count for population. I don't exactly know what rate is, but if you go ahead and read that, you might be able to find interesting things. Also, tests. Where are the tests happening? That's another interesting thing. So table join. The bottom line is that you need two um, columns. One column in the host table, in the host layer or table, that uh, has values that matches um, the values of another field in the guest table. And we can match these numbers one by one. Sometimes we need to convert fields from integer to text or text to integer to match the types. But after doing that, you will be able to use that field to match the values and join two tables.